Once again to, of course, another video. Today we're going over the Moretto Times, the TCM Twitter account just put on the subreddit today. Sorry for the lack of uploading. I have just been taking a little break. I just needed to handle some things in life, and now I'm back to where I belong. Expect more consistent uploads. I just needed to figure things out, but now we're back. As you can see, this is the 5th edition of the Moretto Times that costs 10 cents. So this is their biggest patch, according to the devs themselves. Over 250 fixes in testing. Yeah, that's huge. So let's go over the first one, which is definitely one of the big ones that I've really gone out the game. Grandpa cutscene missing. Grandpa Awakened cutscene has been replaced by a simple banner notification. So this basically means that you don't have to see Grandpa waking up from the chair every time you cause a noise. So thank God this has been removed, because this was such a huge problem to what Leatherface had to deal with every time he was in the basement. It would just automatically rev himself, and he would overheat, and it would just cause so many problems for him to where he was just actually just not that fun to play. And this is one of the things that makes Leatherface just not fun to play overall, is because of that cutscene. It just wasn't fair on his end, so finally I'm glad they're getting rid of this, because having to sing a banner that he's awake is just really so simple to do. So that will make things a lot better for Leatherface players. The second one is Grandpa Perks up. Grandpa Perks unequipping match to match is a fix in testing. So thank God this is getting fixed, because there's times where I couldn't unequip or re-equip a perk on the Grandpa Perks. So I'm glad this is getting fixed. This was just one of the things that I really just didn't like, because of the fact that it would just really be an unfortunate thing. Because one of my buddies yesterday was trying to equip exterior alarms, and it didn't equip for him. So I'm glad this is getting fixed. This was a big problem in the game, so W on this part. Local fuse box saboteur in town. Saboteur perk now accurately affects the fuse box as well as the generator. There was like a bug with saboteur where it wouldn't really affect anything, so this is a good testing. This was one of the things that I really wish that they did a long time ago, because I think Saboteur was bugged for a couple of weeks or even a month or so. So because majority of the perks in the game don't really work as intended, so this is actually really good. So a Saboteur will actually work properly now, so that will actually be a really good change. So far where this is looking really good. Family exploits valve. Ability to instantly exploit the valve while closing mechanic is being addressed. This was a real unhealthy change for Valve, because this was a problem that I personally, I'm not a fan of exploits, and I'm not a fan of just making the game unfun for both sides. Now, Valve on gas station was alright. Family house is a little bit weird, because it spawns on the outside of the house, or it spawns in back garden or side garden, so I didn't have an issue with it. But one of my biggest things in this game was exploits. How I think it was so stupid how someone can use an exploit where they can instantly turn off the valve. That was just such bullshit. It made no sense why people were ready to instantly turn it off because of a stupid thing. This was used almost by a bunch of streamers, not going to name people, but I'm not a fan of this crap. I'm not a fan of exploits. I will never do them in any video game. But this was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in an ASIM game, where you can instantly do something with a stupid exploit. The thing I did for Valve, and it's going to talk about that in just a few minutes here with the building up pressure thing. I'm glad this is getting removed, because this was just so unhealthy. And there's legit one change you can do to Valve where if you turn it off, it should go back down to 0. This was, again, a stupid exploit that just ruined the game, and I'm glad this is finally getting removed. It was so stupid. I'm not a fan of exploits. We'll never do one. Thank God this is getting removed, because I know a lot of people were abusing this almost on a daily basis when they were playing the game. I'm glad it's gone. It's not needed. Unhealthy. Thank you. Thanks Gun for Sumo for getting rid of it, because this was a big fucking no-no. Like, just get it out the game. I've been saying this for a long time. Remove this. Johnny Trail goes cold. Fix and testing for a bug that made the footprints disappear for Johnny almost instantly. So this is the thing with Johnny where he was bugged to where when he was when he located a footprint, the footprints would just not really appear on the screen. It made it really frustrating to play Johnny because I feel, me personally, I was hoping for a rework for him sometime down the road because the dude is just busted. Honestly, this was just the thing with Johnny, for instance, is his stupid speed tech and his lunge. I'm hoping in another, because they're saying there's more to this, so hopefully there's another bug where they fix his hitbox detection and give him more utility, because this was just it made him hard to play when you couldn't find the footprints, because it's like a stupid bug that they really needed to work on. So I'm glad this is getting fixed, thank God. Trails of blood. The blood trails left behind victims will now match the console version on PC as well. I didn't understand why console had it but PC didn't, because it was just weird, unless they just it wasn't ready in time for some reason. I don't know why, but this I'm glad this is with for PC players, because Xbox had the advantage, and this is something that they should have had at launch originally, because I don't understand why it wasn't in the game sooner. But I'm not going to judge. I'm just glad it's getting put in input now, so that way we can so that way PC people can have their advantage too, in a way, so we can both platforms, or all platforms, should be able to have that side to them as well. Oops, I accidentally pressed the button. Why did I do that? Alright, security pin lockdown. Security pin perk now only affects the Cook locks. Alright, so this was one of the problems with Cook and his security pins. It was a really strong perk, and it still is. Yeah, this is a fair change, because I don't think it should affect regular locks, because I think that was a pain in the ass to play on Victim with, to where it just didn't make any sense for it to only affect the regular locks, because that effect shouldn't be affected to that prior. Security pin should only affect his locks, which shouldn't be a problem, but this was just a thing where, like, if you had security pins and no one escapes hell, this would take, like, twice as long for you to open a fucking lock, and it would just be ridiculous. So, I'm fine with this change. I think security pins will be more balanced now, I think, hopefully. So, again, this is one of the things that that should be fixed, hopefully in whatever patch date comes out, because this was a big problem I think a lot of people didn't like. Alright, so I know we talked about valve building up pressure. Turning off the valve will now repressurize the tank. This is the thing, again, with the exploit. I've said this before. When you turn off the valve, it should reset, so that way they can get punished for just camping it, or something like that, to where this was a problem, because the way it works is now in the game currently, before this comes out, this was an issue to where if you turn it off, it just stays at that point, to where they can just camp it and just spam the button to turn it back on. One of the things I said was just, if they want to address this change even further, just make it so if you turn off the valve, it regresses it and it goes back down to 0. It doesn't have to go instantly down to 0, but it should slowly regress down, so that way you have some sort of a chance to kind of catch them off guard and try to kill them. Because one of the things I've always said was because of the fact that they fucking literally they didn't make this change a while ago. I would have had this done a long time ago. But I'm glad that they're doing this now, so shout out to Gun for actually addressing this, because this needed to go, this needed to come to the game a while ago. And now we're going to go to Slaughterhouse renovations. A particular tricky valve tank will be now relocated upstairs for better visibility. Thank Lord. Slaughterhouse on both sides caused a lot of problems. So one of the things I hated about Slaughterhouse was just the fact that the valve was always downstairs. Meanwhile, on Family House and Gas Station, it never spawns downstairs. It always spawns upstairs. So this made valve on Slaughterhouse just really, really busted, because you can just press so much pressure with the valve tank on going downstairs, because when you're playing Victim, you have to go all the way upstairs to go get the valve, go all the way back down, and put it in the tank, and then turn it on. Yet on Family House and Gas Station, it was so simple to do, because you can, when you're playing Family, you can easily defend the valve on Family House and Gas Station, because you know where all the locations are, where they spawn. It's a random locator generator spawn point. So obviously with the way they're doing with this just made the tank, valve tank, spawn downstairs, which just made it really busted for victims, unfortunately, which is something that I didn't really understand. So hopefully this will make Slaughterhouse more fair for both sides. I think this will definitely counter the just rushness of Valve. So hopefully they'll show us where the locations are going to spawn in the another Morito times, or just overall. So thank God this is getting fixed. I'm glad Valve is going to be more fair, because this is what needed to happen a long time ago. Or they should make it also to where you can close the valve a little bit quicker, so you can counter that tune. So thank God they're doing that. Smokehouse closed for business. The smokehouse door on the gas station map is being reworked. Is this the secret door that they're talking about? Because if that's the case, I would get rid of secret door on gas station because it just makes generator completely useless. So if someone wants to comment down below about the smokehouse closed for business, I'm hoping it's the secret door, because that shit is just so stupid. I would get rid of it. If this is the secret door, thank the Lord. But if it's something else, correct me in the comments below. Cook ability tuning. Crouching will now hide you from the Cook's Seek ability, and the duration of outlines due to detection have been fixed. So with Cook, there was like a bug, I think, to where when you mark them, there was just a bug where it marks them longer without you even equipping one of the perks on his level 3 to where it lasts longer. But a lot of people would use the all family see noise, so where you can highlight the victim and it would show the family members where they're at. I'm actually fine with this, because I think it'll counter the Cook spam, to where he can just keep constantly spamming you when you crouch. It shouldn't be able to detect when you're moving. But the thing is that I think it'll be fine when you're playing Cook. It'll just counter the spam that he does, because when you're playing victim, it's obnoxious as hell. But when you're playing family, it's fun. It's nice to have. But even if they're crouching and moving, I don't think that was fair, because I think it was just a stupid bug that was in the game. So I'm glad Cook is being looked at. I think this is fine. It's just whatever makes the game more fair, then this is what I'm hoping for. So I'm glad that's getting looked at. Tie it off. Tourniquet perk is being fixed and will no longer completely remove all bleed out effects. So I've never used this perk. I don't know what that is, unless that's a I don't know what this perk is, so if you guys want to tell me what that one is, I will not know. I never used whatever this is, so you guys gotta tell me what that is. So if that's good, then that's good. Auto crouch toggle. Testing out a toggle for the auto crouch, so players can choose to turn it off. Oh, this is cool. So you don't have to automatically crouch when you're standing. So I think that's like if you stand idle or something, and automatically makes you crouch. I'm glad that's being looked at, so that's actually good. No cell versus chainsaw. No cell will now more accurately affect overhead chainsaw attacks from Leatherface. Because I don't know, I never used no cell. I've only used it like maybe once or twice, and that's still level 1 on one of my characters, so I don't know what, I didn't know that this affected or not, but I think it'll probably be good for like Anna players that use this, or Leland players that use no cell. And that actually be really, really good. So hopefully when they look into that, the perks can actually work the way as intended. So this is actually pretty good. We're going to go down here. It says and more. So there's definitely more, because it's over 250 fixes. So this is all testing right now. Whenever this comes out, it's going to be good. So this is a really big patch. So down here, under investigation, it needs more info. Grappling tuning, perk rebalancing, party disbanding issues, needs more info. Issues with achievements and unlockables, issues with perks and abilities. So there's like a bunch of perks and shit that don't really work as intended, because they're like all bugged out for some reason. All of them do, but some of them don't. So I'm glad this is getting looked at, because this was a problem. Party disbanding issues. This is a thing that was in the game since launch, where like it would bug out when you're in a party or something, where one person would get kicked out. So I'm glad this is looked at. Perk rebalancing. There are a lot of perks in the game that need to be looked at, so I'm glad this is happening. Grappling tuning. I'm kind of nervous to know what this is. What I'm hoping for grappling, I'm hoping that when you grapple somebody, like, this is one of the things I really want, is when I win a grapple, I shouldn't get insta-killed. I think this will definitely be fair, because like it should only be like you should have like 1 frame of immunity when you like get hit, like, and after the grappling ends you should get hit. The only time that you should honestly die from a grapple is only if you're actually in the struggling animation. That would be fine. If it's not that, and if it's something different to where like the only thing two things I can think of is what I just said, and the other thing where you try to do a sneak attack and it goes into a grapple for some reason. That's the only logical thing I can think of. But if it's the first thing I said with I shouldn't be able to get 1 hit when I want to grapple, that would be so fucking huge, because I would actually, it would help me save so much time, because that way I shouldn't be able to get 1 hit. Like, if as soon as the animation ends, I should have a frame of a second, and I should have time to get some distance, because I really hate when I win a grapple and I die instantly, because there's been times, like yesterday I was playing on Family House, I grappled a hitchhiker, and I won the grapple, and just when the animation was about to finish, it was like half of a frame, Leatherface was still able to one-shot me, and it made no sense. So, or they might nerf Grappler. It only depends. But would it make sense too? But hopefully it's the first thing I thought. So, right now, for a more detailed breakdown of upcoming changes, stay tuned for the full patch notes. Please keep in mind, patch notes, we just don't have a date to share yet, given the size of the patch. Whenever this team day comes out, obviously Reddit is, everyone's happy about this. So this is the big patch they were talking about. So I'm actually glad this is actually happening, because this needed to happen a long time ago. I'm glad this is helping. So, and it's funny, this dropped on the day that Chucky came out on the PTB. So expect Chucky videos on November 28th, which is in like 3 weeks or something, 2 weeks. So this is fucking great. This needed to go. This needed to be fixed. This needed to be fixed. The pressure valve changes are fucking fantastic. This is great. Gun, I'm applauding you on this one. You guys did a hell of a job with these fixes, and there's more to this, so hopefully there's a lot more things that need to be changed, and I'm glad this is getting looked. So fucking W. So whenever the next Muerto Times comes out, I will update you guys on when this comes out. But until then, I'm gonna end it off there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.